where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys responded well to their season-opening loss, winners a week ago. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 70 yards. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Browns first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Browns.
They go play action here on first down. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
They run for the first time here with Rashad White. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. And they need 2. Here's third down. They'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Completes it to Austin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. 2nd and 11. Here's White. They set up the screen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. An inside run with Jenkins. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And the Browns first down.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And he's going to get him about closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are on the board first here in Vegas. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Stroud to throw it. Short throw caught by Bowers. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. A give up the middle, Jenkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there, good for a Cleveland first.
That's good for a Browns first down.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Jeudy. Here's 3rd down and 4. They'll set up a throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Browns first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. In motion, the tight end. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. There's a short one caught by Fannin. Final 30 seconds in this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
It's
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cooper. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Cooper, the man in motion left. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. A short throw there to Strange. This a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Stroud off the play fake. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Throwing now is Stroud. He'll try and do this himself. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Stroud. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll give it to Jenkins. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's
On the draw, here's White.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. He'll drop to throw. It's caught. Cooper. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll set up to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Stroud. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
They'll go again with Jeanty. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Stroud. He'll try to pick it up himself. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
10 at the 25-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On first down, it's Jeanty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Stroud working out of the gun. Throwing down, and it's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Deebo Samuel from 10 yards out. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Extra point forthcoming. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They're going to look to throw. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back to throw now on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass caught by Phantom. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Cleveland.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott
Our trip
Hansen.
around the league starts now. It begins up in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And you got to watch out for this guy, Lamar Jackson. He's going to pull it down and take it into the end zone from 3 yards out. The Ravens are back in the win column. They move to 2-1 with a Week 3 victory. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Open man is Samuel, complete. Here's 3rd and 9. Stroud to throw it. Will try and do this himself. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Out of the gun, a give to Spears. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Stroud looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. On the handoff, this is Judkins. Oh, good move. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshon Judkins, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Now Spears to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Stroud out of the gun here. Under pressure, they got him again. Keon White got in there for the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. It's taken to the 26. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Stroud sets up the play action. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
The Browns send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. They'll look to set up his blockers. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Stroud. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 26-yard line. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Throwing now is Stroud. Wilson's got it complete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Stroud. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. C.J. Stroud, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Raiders have got him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes his sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
But they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Oh, that is incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Pulled in at the 24. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they'll begin by running the option.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Over the middle, it's complete.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Stroud. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Pass knocked free there by Tyson Campbell.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A nice little juke, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Raider first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
He's across midfield.
Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Play action. Stroud now. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Hand off to Spears. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right back to Spears.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now Stroud. Now he's going to step up and run.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Stroud keeps it.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And here's a give to Spears.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
And now a run to Spears.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. On 3rd down, here's Spears.
Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
A 4-yard gain brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now the Browns down by 10, 70 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into the hands of Cooper. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5. There's a short one caught by Fannin.
A 7-yard gain.
And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. Back to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it into any hopes that they have.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Las Vegas, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.